But at the end of the day, it looks like he chose football. And not her. And as a wife, I mean, I get it. I would be tired of it.
You know what? This is why. The time that we have a woman in the set. It's such a good point.
Just take it away from him. Under 4 left. The barn is alive again. 52-51.
Got me in my hormones. All gas, no brakes. Score 4-0. If you think you own this place, you get foreclosed. I've been in my head, but it's not about a T3. I like to learn, but there's nothing you can teach me. We all got opinions. You about to hit a meet.
We got a friend of the family here. Royalty is in the house.
Royalty's in the house. Calgary royalty's in the house. Friend royalty. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce to you legends of the family. Most importantly, I want to start with my friend,
right,
Jade Hart. So we all know if you're from Calgary and you hear the word Hart, yeah, you're talking excellence of execution. You're talking to pedigree in sports. You're talking about where we use the pop culture term Americana. This is Calgarianacana. This is a really, really big thing. So Jade Hart is here today to talk about something very special that's happening in Calgary, a resurgence of dungeon wrestling, and we're going to get into the details. But more importantly, Jade, how are you?
I'm well. Thank you for having me. That was a very sweet introduction.
Yeah.
I did my best.
You know what? Dimitri said he was friends, and I'm like, you're not friends with any Harts. I went to high school with the Harts. I went to the same high school. I went to Ernest Manning, so I was like, I'm as close as the Harts is going to get, and then I get this guy bringing in actual family members. It's crazy.
Everyone thinks I'm lying. I'm like, oh, yeah. You know how everyone tells, I bet you got that so much where everyone tells the story, well, you know who I'm really friends with, right? How annoying is that? But I had to prove my legitimacy.
That's right. Well, you know what? So, Jade, sit back, relax. It's going to be fun. We're on the CJSW. We're the unlive show. Okay, so we're going to be playing on Tuesday at 11:30 and 8:30 respectively. And let's get into it. We like to start with a little banter. Okay, so we talked about your royalty. We're going to talk about some other royalty right now, and it's the NFL royalty. It's Tom Brady. Little thing happened the other day. Tom, Giselle, looks like they're breaking up. It's not looking good. But the reason I break it up, because I don't want to talk about people's family. It's not the thing. But it's Tom Brady. We got to talk about it a little bit. And as 7-time Super Bowl champion, the greatest of all time, as they dub, obviously your dad's in that category as well. We'll throw that in there. But the reality is he broke up with Bill Belichick when he was with the New England Patriots. He ends up going to Tampa Bay. He wins the Super Bowl, and then he unretires. Giselle's not very happy. Who's at fault here? Are we a little mad at Tom? Is Tom to blame here? I don't know. I'm broken up. I don't know.
I totally think that he's obviously a very motivated, focused person.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it looks like he chose football. And not her. And as a wife, I mean, I get it. I would be tired of it.
You know what? This is why. The time that we have a woman in the set. It's such a good point.
Well, but here's the thing. What if he comes home with another championship?
Yeah.
Does he get a pass?
Does he get a pass?
Who
Doesn't
cares?
matter.
Well, hasn't he been playing football for like 40 years or something? Like, time to shut it down.
It's. You know what?
You're really killing it for us.
So what you're saying is when he said, honey, I won the last Super Bowl with a new team and all that, she goes, okay, honey. And then he goes and plays one more year. And he basically had it out there. He's like, okay, I'm going to retire. He almost goes to the Super Bowl. And you said it yourself, super competitive guy. So he tasted it again. He goes home. Couple of weeks at home. And by the way, he was only retired for like literally 2 weeks. And then he's like, I'm unretiring. You think that broke the camel's back? She's like, hey, whoa, I gave you leeway.
Yeah.
I asked you to go pick up the kids. You're not picking up the kids. That's it. We're done.
100%.
Yeah. So we're blaming Tom.
So we got to blame Tom on this one.
I think so.
Well, I can see where enough is enough. It's like, how much more do you really want? Like, is you've already broken every record. Is one more championship or one more season worth breaking up your family?
Yeah.
But then on the other side of the coin, Jade, we need him.
Yeah, we do. We're not sure what to do without him. That's the thing.
We don't have a show.
Like, is he really theirs? He's really ours, technically, right? I don't know.
But so in all fairness though, does there come a point? Is there a point when maybe athletes take it too far?
Well, I think that's even, fighters getting in the ring when they shouldn't be fighting. Like, it would kind of err on the side of it being not dangerous for Tom, but it's like, I would say it's time to wrap it up.
Yeah.
And for his kids, it's like there's no more money to be made. There's no more championships to be had. I think that you should just want to be home with your kids and your wife. And she's probably been really patiently waiting for him to do that. And then he does it again. Like I get where she's annoyed, I guess.
Can we just, the elephant in the room? He's going to win. He's already the golden child, right? Like he's tall, he's handsome, 7-time Super Bowl champion. The guy's the golden child of everything, really. He's got a supermodel wife, and she makes more money than him. So when they go to divorce, he's going to win him again. He's done it again.
He's smarter than we thought. He's smart. Well, you know what should happen? They shouldn't get a divorce. They should settle their differences. October 29th.
Great segue. Great segue.
Appreciate that.
Where would they fight, Jade? Where on October 29th, where should Mitch and I be?
They should be at WrestleWeen 2 at the Pavilion.
Nice.
In Calgary.
Now
7 p.m.
7 p.m.
6 p.m. Sorry, I lied. 6 p.m.
6 p.m. Now it's going to be a long show. There's a really stacked card, but you said something. I want to backtrack a little bit. The Pavilion. Mm-hmm. Wrestling in Calgary is an identity of Calgary. Mm-hmm. It truly, truly is, because your family has really brought it to the forefront, front and center. Going back to, we say dungeon wrestling, where dungeon, for those that don't know, came from Stu Hart, your grandfather, who had the dungeon, where wrestlers came to be broken and reborn. And I remember Stampede Wrestling at the Corral, at this place. So was this a strategic chosen place for you guys to go say, hey, you know what, we got to do this show at the Pavilion?
It was. My dad really was pushing for it because we were doing shows sort of in smaller venues, and they were successful, and it was kind of like, hey, let's maybe like try and do this, like really do this. So yeah, essentially it was my dad's big push and said, if we're going to do this, we should do it for real, like legit. And the Pavilion thankfully has taken us on and accepted a 4-show type contract where we'll have 4 shows a year, and then hopefully we can get, because my grandpa used to run shows, I think, every Friday, which is just wild to me. I can't, anyway. So yeah, 4 shows a year right now should be a good starting point.
Is this the first of the 4? Is this the one that's kicking everything off?
Yeah.
This is a good show. I saw the card. I was dumbfounded because the names on there are pretty big names, even if you're not, like, I follow wrestling. When I was younger, Jade, I'm going to tell you a little story. Wrestling was my babysitter. Like, I maybe speak for all Greeks especially, but it was like we'd finish Greek school and then we'd go home and our parents were either working or somehow we got home, and that was our 1 hour of TV, and that was 1 hour of we wouldn't move. Like, our parents knew this 1 hour, my kid is in front of the TV because they're not going anywhere. Yeah. The Owen Harts and the MAGA sings and the Gama sings. It was amazing. Like, it was my favorite thing in the world to do.
Bad News Al
and all of it, right? Like, it was so good. So my big question I got is where I said these wrestlers are coming in. It's like a forbidden door. There's that word going around. Like, these guys are coming from other promotions. Is that something that's normal now in the wrestling world?
So like in the independent circuit, you're kind of a free agent.
Okay.
I even believe on AEW, you're still technically a free agent.
Oh, okay.
I could be wrong there, so don't quote me. But basically we make an offer that they can't refuse, and then they're coming.
That's awesome. Yeah.
I love how you just godfathered.
Yeah, you just fully godfathered it. Yeah.
Jade basically just made us take Giselle's side, and now we can't say no to you.
A lot of power moves.
That is a power move. You're right. That's awesome.
That's amazing. So okay, and to Mitch's point, like, you look at this card. I mean, you have Nick Aldis, NWA champion, notable. Chris Masters, who has gone through everything. I mean, Davey Boy Smith Jr. versus he's fighting Nick Aldis, which to me is an amazing matchup. So, a lot of times I would say you start this promotion, how much of your clout is doing it, and how much is it that, thank goodness, there's just another independent circuit for wrestlers to showcase their skills?
I actually really think that is where a lot of the excitement is coming from about dungeon wrestling, is that we have such a legacy that my grandpa established, and people just want to be a part of it. And they want to be a part of a show that my dad's involved in, and obviously he's not doing it, but like, he's involved. And so I think there's some really nostalgic wrestlers that are coming for people who watched Stampede Wrestling back in the 80s. So the Billington Boys, they're Dynamite Kid, like Tom Billington's nephews. and they've just sort of broken into the wrestling industry. They've never been overseas, so this is like a big deal, nostalgic for our families, and all this stuff. But so them being there really hits a note, and then Brian Pillman, he's actually starting to really take off in his wrestling career.
Well, I bet he's great. And for those who don't know, he's in AEW as part of the Hollywood Blondes. He's fantastic. To me, he's actually my favorite guy that I want to see.
Yeah, me too.
On the card.
Oh my God, he's just an angel in real life.
Really?
I just love him. Yeah,
he looks exactly like his dad.
He does.
It's creepy actually.
When you can take a mullet and really make it work,
that's true.
It works for me.
Yeah, it's a nice mullet. Yeah,
it's a good mullet. That's how the French say it, Jade. We're worldly people, so we might throw a lot of these terms over.
Yeah, it's exciting.
So sorry to. So Dungeon
ahead.
Wrestling history. Dungeon, obviously a homage to your grandfather and the Dungeon. But you told me a really cool story when we got together a few weeks ago about the logo, the name, and I want to focus on you and Dallas and the family putting this together and putting that on.
So I have two brothers, and they basically, started it. My brother Dallas is sort of the foreman. What's the word? The forefront. He's at the forefront of it.
Yeah.
So when we were kids, our nicknames for each other, Blade being the youngest, his nickname is Boy, and then Dallas, his nickname was Bear, because when he would cry, he sounded like a bear. Anyway.
I'm sure he appreciates you telling him.
Yeah, exactly. She's going to love this part. And so the logo, which my little brother Blade made, he's a student at ACAD it's a boy wrestling a bear.
Oh,
and
okay.
It's a play on their nicknames, which I think is really cool.
That is cool.
Yeah, I don't know.
I love it.
Yeah.
No, I love the story, and I think it's important to do the story. So how hard is it to put one of these on?
You know what? It is very stressful. I am not gonna lie. You kind of are ignorant, I think, when you do these things. You're like, I could do that. That's super easy. And then leading into this show, especially because it's at the Pavilion, there's a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
There's even you don't want to let anybody down. And generating ticket sales is not as easy as you would think. Social media can only go so far. You got to almost hit the pavement still, which I didn't think would be something we would have to do. But anyway, yeah, it is quite stressful, but I think it will be worth it in the end.
Oh, absolutely. No, the promotion alone, the names alone, the people that follow the wrestling circuit, and even now the CJSW people that are listening on 90.9, they're going to be coming. So don't stress too much. They're coming. I got a question. I think I'm going to ask the question that everybody has always wanted to ask, and I just thought of it. You guys are okay. You got your grandpa's dungeon. Everyone's heard of it. What was it actually like down there? Would you go down there and play? Yeah. There's the toys in there. Tell me everything about the dungeon.
We actually would. So it's almost like a dojo.
Yeah.
It was mats on the floor. There was a few weights, but the room, honestly, was not that much bigger than the one we're in right now.
No way, really?
It was not very large. Yes. So it was a dojo style, so you would just roll around and we would all just go down there and everyone would just play. But the sort of more interesting story for us grandkids was that my dad and my grandpa had wrestling rings in the yard.
Yeah.
We had one in our pool room. I don't know if you ever came to one of our
I
parties.
do. Yeah. Couple.
Yeah.
Too many, maybe.
Yeah. But we used to play four corners in the ring and messed around in the wrestling rings, which now I think I'm that was so wild that we were just go outside, go play in the wrestling ring. That was.
Second question. You had two brothers that obviously, probably terrorized you a little bit. How good is your floor game? Could you take your brothers out or what was
actually, and I swear this is true. People don't believe me, but I was in amateur wrestling at H.D. Cartwright. I did it for, I think, just grade 8. And I'm undefeated.
Really? Well, wow, big surprise.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing undefeated, undisputed.
I just didn't have the mic game to sort of follow.
Yeah, we got maybe we can get you back in.
So
this is practice.
You were the only undefeated Hart. There we go. I love it.
I'm gonna third question. Which of your uncles is the best substitute teacher? I think I had them all when I went. So you got Keith and Bruce. Let's put it down to those two.
No, Uncle Ross.
Uncle Ross.
Uncle Ross.
Actually, Ross was also my sub as well. I was scared of Keith the most because he had a mustache, and I was like, any guy with a mustache, you got to be, you got to be careful of those guys.
Well, he was scared of Mitch too because he didn't.
I also had a mustache.
Well, Mitch had a mustache and that beard from elementary into junior high. And
I did freak him out a bit. He's like, "Are you sure you're in the right class here, boy?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fine."
And he was also that height. Like he has stayed at 5'2".
Okay, last question: does Bruce Hart wear cowboy boots everywhere he goes?
He does.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay.
Yes. Custom.
Like, the best is he was my sub one year, and he was our gym sub, and he walks in with cowboy boots, and we're all looking at him. But everyone is mesmerized. It's Bruce Hart, and he wears his bandana too. I mean, this was then. I don't know if he does it now, but it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Getting picked up for prom has been very intimidating in that household.
Yeah, no doubt.
What are you looking forward to the most about the show?
You know what? We actually have a Halloween contest, costume contest. And I love Halloween. It's like next to Christmas, my favorite holiday of the year. So,
yeah, Jesus versus Satan. It's a great contrast, right?
But yeah, so basically we have some really amazing prizes, which I can try and pull up here really quickly.
So are there prizes for costumes as well? Like anyone can go and get dressed up.
Yeah, so we basically want everyone to, dress up as best as you can, something really unique and original. And then if you make it top 3, you'll get picked and you'll come jump in the ring. And then we have some guest judges that will be picking the winner of our very amazing prizes.
Listen, I if I make it or I don't, I know you're going to be there for sure, Dimitri. I'm just spitballing. You wear the full Bret Hart outfit, like pink tights, everything. You go in. No,
you got to go against the grain. That's what everyone's going to do.
Good point. Good point.
My friend,
you're not going to do what I think you're going to do, are you?
I have a trick up my sleeve.
I hope it's not what I think it is, because I think I know you enough to know what you might pull off.
It's exactly what you think. I came to win. I came to play. October 29th, 6 p.m. at the Pavilion. Dungeon Wrestling. You will see Dimitri there. See, I'm working on my promos. Right? I'm working on it. I need to win. No, that's amazing. So tickets, I am going to be coming. I am going to be purchasing 4 tickets today. And I wanted to say, because, hey, everyone, when this gets played, it's going to be on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
But I'm buying my tickets today. I'm getting 4 of them. That's why I called Mitch a flake in our last show, because he's thinking of flaking out. I am upset at him.
Can we talk about this off the show? What are we doing right now? What are we doing right now? What's going on?
There's a St. Demetrius Greek party. So that's the name of our church.
Jade's half Greek. Jade, this is a big thing, Jade. I can't just run around and do whatever.
You're going to go to the Greek party?
I don't want to go to the Greek party. I got to go to the Greek party. I got a wife and kid. What do you want me to do over here?
You're getting Giselle.
I'm getting Giselle. I'm getting Giselle.
Jade, you ruined it. No, I'm just kidding. No, but I will be showing up. I know the tickets are on Eventbrite.
Yes.
You go Eventbrite. Can you just type in Dungeon Wrestling? Is that how you get to it?
Yeah, you can also go to at Dungeon_Wrestling on Instagram, and then the link will be linked in the profile, and that's kind of a direct way to get there.
Okay, perfect. So at Dungeon_Wrestling will get you to the link, and then if you go to Eventbrite and just search Dungeon Wrestling, you'll be getting it. That's how I'm going to do it, through Eventbrite.
Do it.
Yeah. Love it.
Yeah, and you creepos, don't be sliding in on our DMs and stuff like that. Okay? Just that was a good time.
She's a married woman.
Yeah, actually, real quick, how intimidating was that for your husband to meet hi, this is my I'd start crying. I literally would have started crying. Out of happiness, out of so many things. It's crazy.
It is actually really funny. My dad, he played not coy, but I just said, "Hi, Dad. I want you to meet my friend. His name's Steve." And he was sitting on the couch, and then my husband was like, "Hi, Mr. Hart. It's nice to meet you." And blah, blah. It was very, very gentlemanly. Yeah. And my dad was like, "Hi." And then just, head back down. Wouldn't give him the time of day. And I was like, oh, come on.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
That's gold. Played it perfectly.
Yeah.
Well done, Steve.
Yeah.
He could have been worse. So
take it as you have, but that's hilarious.
Oh, that's amazing.
Awesome. All right. So it is a sports show. Get your tickets right away. Get to Dungeon Wrestling. It's going to be amazing. October 29th, like Dimitri said, buy your tickets. It's going to be a phenomenal show. Dimitri, next week on Thursday, actually, Jade as well, the NHL starts up again. It's here already. I mean, the NHL just finished, and they take a couple of months off, and they're back. The COVID screwed up everything. The timing of it
was tough.
It was tough.
Yeah, it was a tough thing.
So what I thought was, because we have you and your amazing presence, and we got Dimitri and I, who are not so closet wrestling fans, I said, let's go through the names of some of the NHL teams and give them a wrestler association. So when I say Calgary Flames, pick a wrestler that best associates to the Calgary Flames and the teams that I'm going through.
Yeah, absolutely.
Make sense?
Okay.
All right, let's have a little fun. Here we go. All right, so we're going to do the Western Conference because that's where we are, and no one cares about the East, especially on this show. So here we go. Let's go. Vancouver Canucks. I say Vancouver Canucks, Jade. Which wrestler comes to your mind that reminds you of the Vancouver Canucks?
I don't even know. Immediately, I just thought buck teeth. What's like a buck teeth wrestler?
The Brooklyn Brawler.
The Brooklyn Brawler.
The Brooklyn Brawler. There it is.
Yes. I was going to go with Shawn Michaels, the most hated man and team and all.
Well, that could be for the other one. That's a good one, too. Yeah. All right. How about the LA Kings, Dimitri? LA Kings. I say LA Kings. You think?
You know what? I'm going to equate it to wrestlers that are on the card.
Yeah.
That's what we're going to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
The LA Kings, to me, that's Pillman Jr.
Pillman Jr.?
He's Hollywood.
He's Hollywood. That's a good point.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah.
Let's go with the San Jose Sharks. San Jose Sharks.
When I think
Open
San Jose,
question. Anyone could jump on it.
Shark. Who reminds me of a shark? Who's a shark on the card, Jade? Who's a shark on the card? I'm gonna go with Aldis.
You're gonna go with Aldis.
Yeah, he's the outsider.
He's the outsider. He's coming out of nowhere.
I don't like him.
If you don't pay attention, he'll eat you.
Yeah.
He'll eat you.
He'll get you.
All right. If you want to talk about shark, who are the Anaheim Ducks then? Who's a duck?
Duck.
You.
It's fair. I will be there. I will be the duck on this card. Fair enough. What about the Seattle Kraken? Who can we associate the Seattle Kraken with? You know what? I'm gonna go with Davey Boy, Davey Jr. I'm gonna go with Davey Jr.
Okay.
All right.
You think he's Kraken like?
I think he's cracked. He's got big arms. Grabs you. You're finished. You're done.
You're cracked.
You're done.
Yeah.
You're cracked. He'll crack you
like
open.
an egg.
That's it.
That should be his finisher. The Kraken.
All right. A couple more. The Las Vegas Golden Knights.
Maybe I should have reserved Pillman for this one.
I know, because the gold. Yeah.
Yes, because he's a golden boy. What do you think, Jade? Who?
You know, I got to maybe do a shout out to my boy Mo Gibran.
Mo Gibran?
Yeah.
I like it.
Because he's our golden boy.
He's your golden boy?
Calgary golden boy.
Beautiful.
Yep.
I like it.
Amazing.
Great call.
Amazing.
All right, it's the last two. You know who they are. It's the Calgary Flames and the Oilers. We'll start with the Oilers. Who on this card is the Edmonton Oilers?
Oh, who do we hate, Jade? Who's a bad guy?
Who's the bad guy?
Who do we want to lose? Who do you want on the card? Who do we want to lose?
You know, I don't know.
I don't know. I look at the card and I want everyone to win,
did
actually.
too. I was like, I hate thinking about these guys in a negative connotation.
Well, we're going to just have to do it. I'm going to, you know what? I'll do it for you guys because I don't know. I have no association. And that way they don't have to.
Yeah.
I'll go with those, the guys that are coming from England, the Billington Boys. They're the Oilers.
No.
You're coming into our territory? I don't think so.
They're the sweetest, too.
I don't like you. And if I show up, they're going to get a chair on the back of the head from me. There. I'm just joking. Okay, and who's the Calgary Flames? Who's the local? Who can we cheer on?
That would have been Mo. Damn it.
He can be two-time.
He can be two-time.
Okay,
can be
yeah.
two-time.
Okay, well, I'll put mine.
Okay.
Yeah, we got to put him in there.
Yeah.
Boom and boom.
Or no, you know what?
What's
we
that?
could also put all of you.
All of you.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Jade, Blade,
Yeah.
down
I
like
the
what you're
team.
doing there.
See
The
what I
fam.
did?
I see what you did.
The fam is the Calgary
Dimitri
Flames.
is on
fire.
it. I love it. All right.
If you're just tuning in, it is the CJSW 90.9 FM. We're here with our friend Jade Hart, talking about Dungeon Wrestling that will be on October 29th at the Pavilion, 6 p.m. You can get your tickets at Dungeon_Wrestling as well as on Eventbrite. The Instagram takes you to the same link as Eventbrite. Get your tickets. They're coming in hot. The show is filling up. We talked yesterday briefly, and we're getting to a point where we're looking at a sold-out show quickly.
Yes.
So, guys, don't wait till last minute. Don't do the Greek thing here.
Don't do that.
Don't just plan.
Because if you show up and then you look silly.
Then you look silly.
You take your date and you're like, oh, the tickets are
Don't
out.
worry, I know. I'm friends.
But I know Jade.
It doesn't work.
Yeah, and Jade's going to be busy. She's got things to do. So don't try using her name.
Love it.
And don't be sliding into her DMs.
Don't get into the DMs.
All right. This is maybe one of my favorite parts, Jade. Watch this. Your buddy here, he gets a little excited. It's rapid banter time.
So for the record, I actually have zero idea what he's going to ask me.
Okay.
This is all This is all improv. So go ahead, Mitch.
Here we go.
Okay.
The NFL fined Detroit Lions running back Jamal Williams $13,261 for excessive sexiness, hip thrusts after scoring a touchdown, or $3,315 per pump. Too much, not enough.
Hey, I don't know much about pumps, but what I can say is Suzanne Summers got the ticket.
You know, the thing is, it's actually called excessive sexiness.
Really?
You know, it's a good thing I don't play in the NFL. I'd be getting fined every week.
You'd walk around and get fines. Wow, Mitch. Wow.
Yeah, okay.
Wow.
DK Metcalf was taken off in a cart last week. Turns out it wasn't an injury it was related to. It was he had to use the facilities. This is awesome, or why not an Uber?
That sounds like two people that got carried off this week. See what I did there?
That's good.
See what
That's
I
pretty
did?
good. Yeah, that's pretty good. The Seattle Mariners made their Major League Baseball playoff debut again after 20 years. They're taking on the Blue Jays. Should they have kept the streak alive by not making the playoffs, or watch out for the Mariners?
Just not make the playoffs.
I know, like, why is it having a long like the Cubs? They didn't win it for like 100 and something years.
That's right.
Just keep going.
Just keep going. Keep
Like,
losing.
why win now? Like,
Yeah.
you're not going to win for 100 years. Just keep losing. It's kind of cool. You know, it's the other cool thing.
Yeah.
By the way, I wrote this down. So they haven't made the playoffs in 20 plus years. 20 years ago, Tom Brady, no Super Bowl rings, okay, at this time. One of the players on the Mariners was only 10 months old. iPads were not even revealed yet. And Alicia Keys' #1 song, Fallen. Little something for you. And LeBron James was still in high school.
And Mitch had the same amount of facial hair.
That's true. Also very, very true. Aaron Judge hit his 62nd home run, making him American League home run champ. Bonds has got 73. Dimitri, justice, no justice.
Justice. We need justice. Put Bonds in the Hall of Fame.
Last one. Paul Bissonnette this week from Spitting Chicklets got in a little bit of trouble because he said the viewership in hockey is up in the women's side of the thing because women love watching hockey players because they're good looking. Onside, offside.
Onside.
Jade?
I would agree. I concur.
All of a sudden she's like season tickets to the Flames.
Yeah, exactly. You know, we're the flames of the wrestling world, some would say.
Yeah, he's a little.
right.
I don't know why he get in trouble for a comment like that. I mean, maybe it's the way he said it, but at the same time, he's just saying the
It's
truth.
not.
He's just,
They're
he's just saying
good-looking
his
crew.
thing. All right, from here we go
Okay.
to MAGA MALAKA. It's everyone's favorite
Okay.
segment. Here we go. And this week it's sports rituals and or superstitions. Okay, so Jade, MAGA's good, MALAKA's bad. You tell me if you like this one or not. These ones I found on the internets. I like to peruse, if you will.
Okay.
All right. Michael Jordan, he used to wear his college shorts under his NBA shorts. MAGA or MALAKA?
MAGA.
MAGA. You like that, eh?
I like the short under
That's
the
two
short.
shorts, man.
One short
and
takes,
underwear. That's
yeah,
three
but
pieces.
One short takes the sweat,
Right.
and then the other short is for game time. You can't have both. It could impede performance.
That's just a lot of heat going down there. That's what I'm saying. Let's go. Serena Williams would not change her socks during a tournament. MAGA or MALAKA?
MAGA.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you on that one too. Just ride the hot hand.
Yeah. I don't
Yeah.
have time to change.
Or the hot foot in this case. Yeah, you gotta have time to change that. Ed Balfour, NHL goalie. He would never let anybody touch his equipment. You couldn't touch his equipment. MAGA or MALAKA?
MALAKA.
MALAKA. Yeah. I wanted to I
too
love the goalie
uptight.
equipment. You got to grab the glove, put your hand in it, see what's cool, right? You got to do it.
Get someone to clean it for you.
Yeah,
Who,
exactly.
Did he do it himself? I agree. MALAKA.
A couple more. Patrick Waugh, NHL goalie, maybe the greatest of all time, talked to his pads. He would actually have conversations with his pads. MAGA or MALAKA?
I'm going to go MAGA. I think you need to develop a good rapport.
Yeah. But if your pads start talking, or if you start answering the pad, that's not good.
That's a problem.
That's a problem.
Yeah, if the pads are talking,
Yeah,
you're
right.
like, actually, you're right, Cooper.
Okay. Moises Alou, MLB player, he used to pee on his own hands to harden them. MAGA or MALAKA?
MALAKA.
Yeah, absolutely.
My question is, how did he get away with it? Like, they take a few swings before they go. You just pull it out and
in
just
all
like do
fairness,
whatever.
though, men can't aim anyways. So it was probably started accidentally. He's like, no, I just did that on purpose. It's my ritual. That's
Okay.
what it is.
Last one. Richie Ashburn, he was a major league player as well. He used to sleep with his bats. He would take his bats to
Yeah.
bed with him. MAGA or MALAKA?
I got to go MALAKA on that one.
Yeah,
I think
gotta
his wife
agree.
thought it was a
Yeah,
MAGA.
yeah.
She's like, all right.
She probably wanted to hit him with one.
Yeah, exactly.
All
right, there it is.
Speaking with hitting you, we're going to hit you one last time on how to go to the greatest wrestling promotion, in my opinion, that's happening right now in Calgary, Alberta. That's Dungeon Wrestling at Dungeon_Wrestling, as well as Eventbrite, happening October 29th at the Pavilion. Start time is 6 p.m. Action-packed show. Look at the card on the Instagram and all social media channels. They have the full card and a few surprises. It's a Halloween contest. There's going to be winners. We found out special guest judges. Mitch and I aren't one of them, but we will be there judging.
You don't know that.
No,
Maybe we'll get the call up.
We'll be judging people, though, as Greeks do.
100%.
Jade, thank you so much for joining us. Any last words before we depart today?
No, I had fun. I really appreciate you guys having me here.
It's our pleasure. Thank you for coming.
Thank you so much for coming.
I'm still in disbelief that you guys know each other. I'm still in disbelief.
That's amazing.
And could you tell your
paid me.
dad,
He
hey,
paid me.
hey from Mitch. He probably knows me, my stalker name, whatever. Just say hey. Just joking. All right.
That's actually very interesting. Anyways, episode 2. Are we 228?
There's 228.
One for the books. Shove it in the locker. We got to hit the showers.
Have a great time, everyone. Here's another one. No peanut shells are allowed in NASCAR. Did you know that? If you're at a NASCAR event and you have peanuts, it might as well have cocaine. You're out of there. You're
Really?
gone.
Well, you
Can't
can
have
throw
it.
it on the road. It doesn't work.
I don't know. And no green cars in NASCAR. You're not allowed to have a green car.
A green car.
No green car. It's bad luck, apparently.
It's my favorite color.
Well, not in NASCAR, it isn't.
Sign of a genius.
Yes, it is.
See ya. Mostly what they bopping. You can say what you got when it's Tuesday, I be locked in.